In Master and Apprentice, the canon book, we get to see the beautiful relationship between just that, Master Qui-Gon Jinn and his apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi, developing through their missions and time together like father and son. In an excerpt from the novel, we however go further back in time and see Qui-Gon on the very first day where he met his new master, Jedi Master Dooku. Dooku, standing what seemed like meters above the young boy, and in fact Qui-Gon only reached up to his elbow at this point, tested him by asking the young Jinn on what he feared. Qui-Gon told him honestly that he feared not being good enough and that he feared failure, and Dooku was very impressed with his response. He felt Qui-Gon had passed his test for the day. So, he rewarded him and took him on a tour of the Jedi Temple, passing through the many rooms and gardens, eventually taking him to see Jocasta Nu and to the temple archives. Once there, he showed Qui-Gon the holocron section, explaining to him briefly what this one or that one does, until young Qui-Gon was drawn towards one in particular, a golden one that looked unlike any of the others, old and ancient. He put his hand to the golden surface as he asked, "What's this one?" After he spoke, he turned back to Dooku for the answer, and was shocked by the expression on his master's face. Dooku stared at the holocron almost as if it were an enemy, Qui-Gon thought, but that made no sense. Dooku said, "That is a holocron of Jedi prophecies." Prophecies? Qui-Gon had never heard of this before. There are Jedi prophets? Not any longer. The ancient mystics sought undue knowledge of the future. It led them down dangerous paths. Those drawn too deeply into them were tempted by the dark side. Qui-Gon whispered, "The dark side?" He knew it was a thing all beings carried within them, a part of himself he would learn to guard against. The Kresh Masters had taught him all that, but it still sounded a little like some kind of ghost or monster, a mysterious thing that would leap out from the shadows to get you when you weren't looking. That is why we study prophecy no longer. Abruptly, Dooku turned and began walking away, which meant Qui-Gon had to follow. "Master," he ventured as he hurried to catch up, "just wanting to know the future can lead you to the dark side?" "It takes more than that," Dooku said. His dark eyes were unreadable. So other than the fact that this was the very first time that Qui-Gon learned of prophecies and had Dooku show him around the temple and archives, it shows how different the master and apprentice here think. Qui-Gon believed it's important to study the prophecies, as he made Obi-Wan research them constantly. However, Dooku was very against it and believed the prophecies were no longer taught at the temple because they brought about darkness within whoever read it. Feeling that one might wish to control the outcome of the future, whereas Qui-Gon, as learned in another video I covered, has other ideas about it. That these are no different than the powers that Jedi have over the galaxy.